From extreme weather conditions to deformed fleshy creatures in the attic to space-bending anomalies, the citizens of TYUMEN seem to have their hands full of unusual problems. At least according to this VKontakte group. Now, I don't use Facebook because I'm not 13.7 billion years old, but back in the early 2010s I had an account. One thing I distinctly remember was the presence of these so-called rumors groups. These groups would usually be tied to a city, so for example we could have the Rumors Bolingbroke group, and all posts therein would have to be somewhat connected to the titular town. What people would do is basically send the group admins stuff they wanted to be posted. For example, some people wanted to sell something, look for people from the area to chat with, maybe warn other citizens of a danger they found around the city, complain about how they've been treated in certain restaurants, complain about the government, etc. I think you get the picture. Well, this is a thing on the Russian version of Facebook too, aka VKontakte. Although in this case they're called подслушано, which translates more literally to overheard in. But rumors is what they were called here where I live, so I'll use that as a title. To make a long story short, somebody thought it would be a good idea to take a real existing town, in this case TYUMEN, that has a big and active official rumors group, and basically create a copycat with weird paranormal and unexplainable things being a daily and normal occurrence. Needless to say that this was a very good idea. The posts on this group can be a bit creepy, but for the most part they're absolutely hilarious. I wanted to make a bit of a lighter video today, so I've compiled some of the posts that I found to be the creepiest, funniest or weirdest from my investigation. Let's just jump into it to give you a better taste of the internet phenomenon that is подслушано TYUMEN. This is one of the first posts on the page. Hello everyone! Before the start of the school year, the TGIK needs an elevator maintenance specialist. The cabin is stuck on the unused 5th floor. The job isn't particularly complex, but it's a chore. The floor is infested with rodents and other pests. In the case of a successful job, we'll pay you 20,000 rubles guaranteed and cover any damage to your health. You can already see much of what I explained at the start. The text itself is quite simple, but obviously it's the image that gives it a weird spin. Either Mr. Sokolov from the 3rd floor can walk in a full body cast, or those other pests they mention are pretty special. One thing you would see on these types of groups would be the admins posting the upcoming week's weather. This one's no different. Good morning, TYUMEN. Here's the weather for this week. Monday is alright, a bit cloudy but warm. Tuesday is a bit cloudy too, before the convergence, which will take place on Wednesday. Friday is sunny and warm, which is really great, especially since for the rest of the weekend we'll have the gizzard. So yeah, weather in TYUMEN is no joke, as you can see. Minus 180 Celsius, that's kinda harsh even for Russians. This will be a recurring meme. They call this phenomenon nutra, which is kind of hard to translate. It basically means the inside of something, or the insides. I thought it would be silly to call it that for a weather event. That's when I learned that gizzard is not just a random made-up word used by a cool band, but it's actually a digestive organ found in some animals. So I thought, hey, it's a type of insides and it sounds like blizzard. That's what I'll be calling it then. We also often get strange visitors in TYUMEN, like this little fella cozying up in a family's dacha. This wonder again. It got up into the attic of our dacha. Showed it to our kids and they can't get enough. How could anyone kick it out? Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just so fleshy and cute. It looks like kebab meat, you know, the spinning one. A different thing that these types of pages were used for is random little job offers, stuff like babysitting and such. Here's one example. Temporary sitter needed until the first gizzard. Mute and not very active. If observed for a long time, it makes your vision go fuzzy. We'll drive up earlier for the preparation of the circle and the handling of the ventilation openings. We'll pay as much as we can if everything goes smoothly. I'll deliver it where you want. What could go wrong, right? He seems like a chill guy. You'll notice that many of the creatures have some pretty coherent design choices too, which is something I appreciate. They all look like lower quality versions of Trevor Henderson's monsters. Of course, we also get other types of sightings. Hello, rumors. I know that you'll say I'm dumb, but I'd like to hear your informed opinions anyway. I went up to the roof and saw this. A green light is flying in strange arcs. What do you think? Is it a UFO or just a plane? Yeah, that is interesting. I wonder. Definitely nothing else weird happening in these pictures. Attention, an old well without a lid. Depth of 1.5 meters or 2 on Babushkina Street. Photo. How can we make the city immediately close the well before anyone falls inside of it?
I'm afraid it might be a little late for that. It seems like resident Satan has already moved in.
Yesterday, note from the admin, August 7, on Glinky Street, a good-looking girl had her body taken away. She was wearing a pink t-shirt and a black skirt. Whoever did it, could you contact me please? I really liked her.
I like how the wording is not even she had her body stolen or something, just taken away. You know, just the usual TYUMEN shenanigans.
I'm walking on the crossing of Novosadnik, and my heart just sank. I decided to give 300 rubli even though they wail chanson and vulgar songs, but I so wanted to help. It would be really sad if people kicked them out. If they're still there, don't be stingy and help. Our organization, the Redemption Assistance Fund, provides free assistance. So if you find yourself in a difficult situation in your life, if you lost your home, your flesh, hours of your life, your job, we're ready to help you. We provide housing, food, exorcism and summoning services, work. Our office is located in Building 75, Structure 1 on Sipinka Street, 4th floor. If you need a consultation about any questions you might have, or if you're not in a position to reach us, call the following number: 83452-2108, name of the caller.
Those that seek will find. Those that thirst will have their thirst quenched.
And the image says,
everybody can find themselves in a difficult situation in their life. We can help you if this is you today.
Same number.
Decent housing, 3 meals a day, exorcism of, recovery of the physical body, work, help with the installation of causality, installation of visual contact for you.
And hey, we've already seen those figures, haven't we? And we got more weather predictions. Just regular weather. Well, they got lucky on this one, I guess.
On Saturday in the mall Malachit, in the store Fixed Price, he stole a forgotten bag with candles and a dagger with a sheath. We have video proof. Our request: remind him that you can't just take other people's stuff and ask him to give it back. Thanks. And a separate thank you for posting this. All the best.
I love how this is just patronizing while implying some sort of dark ritual. Yeah, just wag your finger at him, he'll totally never do it again. And we got another ad.
Hello, TYUMEN. Salony Bierig is looking for new employees. The last gizzard was as hard on our company as it was for you. Tied to this, there's a lack of employees in our staff. We offer a decent piece rate pay, depending on the calls, benefits, all employees getting hurt on the job will be taken care of in our clinics, all of our services will be free for you. Also, holidays and trips to the sanatorium will be covered by the company Ozarenie.
Which basically translates to insight, if I'm not mistaken.
Call the number. For this, don't use the button for emergency calls on your device from the company Ozarenie. Salony Bierig, you live, we clean.
Then we get a better explanation for what this is.
Cleaning Security Enterprise. We offer a wider range of services. Pre-gizzard processing of your premises, liquidation of incident aftermaths, anti-corrosion processing, processing against pests, drainage of lesions.
Maybe more like hotbeds, but I'm not really sure to what it refers to.
Restoration.
Maybe it's rehabilitation.
And much more. Our company has been operating for 10 years on the TYUMEN market. It possesses the most valuable experience and unwavering authority. If you don't believe us, ask your neighbors.
Then there's the number.
Or the red button on any landline from the company Ozarenie. Use only for emergency situations listed in the codex.
Violators will be punished.
And sometimes we just have a chill guy going fishing.
Been fishing? How do you guys pass the time?
Nice catch, dude. You could cook a nice gyro special with those. Sometimes we get even deep philosophical ponderings.
Good evening, I have a question. How do you tell your child that he doesn't exist anymore? The kid's 5. What do you think? Should I tell him now or later? And really, how do you even explain it?
Then we see that people don't only have to worry about strange creatures, but the space itself in TYUMEN seems to present weird anomalies.
Admin, post this please. Good people, whoever experienced this, help me. I went out for a walk around town. Somehow wandered to the intersection between Serov Street and Maxim Gorkov Street and haven't been able to get out for days. I don't even know what's at fault here, so I'll be happy for any advice. My sign number is 0132. My phone is almost dead. This group is my last hope.
And no, I don't know what a sign number is. Maybe people in TYUMEN have already figured out a telepathic communication system.
I'm looking for 1 or 2 volunteers with which to go through the door with a specific objective. I've stocked up on 3 days of food and water. Should be enough. Anonymous, please. I'll contact the right person myself.
Okay, Mr. Navidson, I know how this kind of shit ends, so thanks, but no thanks.
Good day, everyone. I messed up my sleep schedule by getting hooked on a show for a whole day, and in the night I was witness to this. Did I behave correctly by not giving any signs of my presence and letting him disappear behind the nearest door? And how do I prevent any future uncalled for encounters? On the list there's already go to sleep at the right time. I think I can remain anonymous here. Yes, you can,
answers the admin. So you know how Eastern grandmas traumatize kids by telling them that the boogeyman or the big bad wolf will come and take them if they don't go to sleep at the right time? Well, in the case of TYUMEN, she might have been right.
In the last hour it's been hanging out in the yard of our workshop. Maybe someone knows whose it is? If you quickly answer, I'll bring him over. If anyone wants to take it away, that's great too. Only until 7 though. I have stuff to do after.
And here's another thing I love. Something that has come out both in my Russian content videos and even the Pergoliminal one. The fact that stuff like creatures and other horrors just kinda falls in the background. Like they're a mild annoyance at worst. Like here, this man has stuff to do at 7, alright? It's not his job to bring back your damn hovering flash-eyed tentacle ball thing. But no story is ever complete without some romance, is it now?
Hello, TYUMEN. Today, while walking on the waterfront, I saw this. Flew by. Only gave me an empty look. I wanted to introduce myself, but went into a stupor and couldn't get out of it for half an hour. Please, if anybody saw this, leave a comment. I would really like to get acquainted. If you are reading this, hit me up.
Hope they managed to meet up in the end. We also, unfortunately, sometimes have missing pets notices.
Dog went missing on the 13th of August 2020. I don't have many pictures with her. The older ones got lost somewhere. I'll upload one from the phone, but the quality is bad. I asked my neighbors, acquaintances of mine. They say they don't remember her. Who does that? We live next to each other. She's a bit deaf, so doesn't answer to her name. Please help. TYUMEN is not without good people.
Well, she's a beauty, ain't she? Those neighbors really suck, man. Oh, by the way, how's the weather doing? Oh, come on. A full week of gizzard? That's those damn chemtrails controlling the climate, I'm telling you. Some other times, there's just nice and totally trustworthy people giving away things for free.
Giving away a bike for free, like that. You can grab it on the floor below the ground floor in the building. In Baiva Village, TYUMEN region, building 10A. The door is open.
Listen, I know, it sounds like a trap, alright? You probably get there and some flesh bandits skin you alive or something. But a free bike's a free bike, you know?
Home entertainers, TYUMEN and TYUMEN region. 3-hour children party for 3,000 ruble. Cakes and sweets from fresh ingredients, contests with prizes, anniversaries, rituals, office parties, weddings. TYUMEN and TYUMEN region. Any complexity for both classic recipes and diet cakes. Possible costumes: Spider-Man, Batman, Shrek,
Archimandrite Rigorga,
Marionette, Elsa. Soon the school year starts. We want to get a new backpack for our son. Recommend where to buy. Just no secondhand. Last time we bought secondhand, our son came back with no backpack and with no eyes. And you know how the rest goes.
Yeah, we've all been there, man.
The new trend among kids in 2020 is yoga. It's something like putting yourself in different difficult poses and holding them for a long time to train your body and your soul. So much patience and diligence is needed, so much effort and willpower after all. And sometimes they sit like this for hours on end and bend so much that even their sports clothes rip. And you say that all kids only sit with their devices.
Well, you might not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Good vibes post! Let's share only good news and load each other with positivity for the whole day. In my case, yesterday my favorite neighbor burst. And what can you brag about?
I love how the word used is lopnul. It's like a bubble popping. Just that mental image along the positivity of the OP is hilarious to me.
Khakrakova 23 and those that live near. Whoever has a video camera, please help. The building lobby was snatched. Maybe your camera filmed this prick. It was stolen the night of the 19th of August, or maybe in the morning. I managed to take a picture. He sure skedaddled fast.
Lovely.
The old boy went back to being a damn baby. 7 years old already, and he hides in all kinds of gaps and tries to catch someone and eat them. But I think I'll just let him sit there without getting close. When he'll get hungry, he'll come out.
What bothers me the most is the fact that old boy over there's got only left hands. Poor guy.
We bought our youngest some Lego set, and he was trying to build it, but nothing. Kept falling apart right in his hands. He got angry but didn't give up. He went through the floor and after half an hour came back with an assembled ship. 5 years old and he's already coming up with out-of-the-box ideas. You can tell he'll become a man. Farewell, swans. It's sad to realize that the birds will soon migrate to warmer countries and our town will become more boring and dull. Who cares about those damn pigeons? The best pleasure is to sit by the pond during the summer and observe its inhabitants. So here I am sitting and appreciating these last days. Reach out to me. Is there anywhere on Popov Street where a yet unborn guy can find a place? I'll be born in November. Anonymous. Odessa Street. The steps are 1/3 less than they should be. Help me make sense of it? To the woman who was on bus 10 today and dropped her placenta. Reach out. I picked it up.
Sometimes the comments are the best part.
Ew, why write about it here? Women always do stuff like this.
Sheesh, girls and their placentas, huh?
LOL, literally what you see. Somebody's pretending to be the sun at night. At night, Carl? Well, let's wish him luck in catching somebody.
Another recurring thing in the rumors TYUMEN is also their obsession with the darkwave project Dvar, which seems to often hold concerts in the town. I'm not sure what this is about, maybe the fact that Dvar doesn't actually hold concerts at all in reality?
Wandering graves are the biggest shame of our city. They're a hotbed for disease, a source of nasty sand, and they just scare away visitors. The clinic disappeared, the kids got a fever, and it would be logical to get an appointment with the doctor through the state service site, but the registration was impossible. So we decided to go ourselves, but instead of the clinic, there's now just a vacant lot. What would you call this if not negligence? Doctors, you don't want to work? Leave. Don't waste space. Leave it for somebody who's actually happy to help people even for that amount of money. I can't stand unkempt women. Women are supposed to be beautiful and to look after themselves. Iron skin, symmetric body, teeth, pretty makeup and fresh eyelashes.
To which someone hilariously replies,
Lots of dentophiles lately. Who even needs these teeth of yours? Profsoyuzная 13. Public services were not ready for it, as always. The residents can't get home or leave for work. Lord, and this is before any snow has fallen.
This is just the daily post-Soviet struggle with public services, to be honest, only fleshier. And we got more weather forecast. Everything seems pretty normal. Wait, of course Saturday will have plus infinite degrees. I'm with the people in the comments, why does it always have to be the weekend? Seriously, like, look at this. Nice, all normal, clear weather, and of course on Saturday we got biting. Can we just have a chill, mild Saturday for once?
I met a girl. We started going out. We like each other and are so similar. And I only recently found out that she is me from the other side, just a different gender. Will there be some sort of punishment from the community for our relationship? And if so, how can we get through it?
More love. And rightfully, the first comment just says,
everything will be alright. You have to love yourself the way you are.
Almost makes me tear up. Of course, we also have hilarious TYUMEN memes on here, like this one.
Meme of the day. Where are you now? Well, at the abandoned building in front of the Dixie, close to the square. You just described the whole of TYUMEN. Try to be more precise.
Comedy.
Skin rippers of TYUMEN, happy holidays to you. Thought everyone forgot about us hard workers. Thanks.
Now, I want to take a breather. I like posts like this, short and to the point. Even if they're outright unsubtle, they're still fun. But I'm skipping many others because, just like with every similar project, I feel that people went a bit overboard. They come up with stuff that is just too random and takes the whole joke too far in my opinion. Here's an example.
Sometimes I feel like my life is some sort of awkward TV show. Just imagine this. My ex-girlfriend cheated on me with my best friend, and he himself steals my current one. Then a guy with a phobia of opening his eyes falls in love with me. Then my mom dies, and to get some help I have to ask someone who clicks their teeth. He fools me and takes me and all of my acquaintances out of history, and also takes 10 kilos of hair. And here I am alone. I'm nowhere, I'm tired of life, and I just want to drink some beer.
You do understand what I mean, right? Some people just try way too hard to be weird and unpredictable, and there's a lot of posts like these. Admittedly, some of them can still be fun.
For the first time I was going to work with the tram instead of the bike, and what do I see? The men are traveling sitting down, while the girls are all hung on the already passed overhead lines. What kind of men are you? No manners.
Stuff like this is still fun because of the normalization of such a weird scene, while hilariously getting angry at the lack of manners. I'm much more fond of stuff like,
Sanya, please come back to the family, we can't live without you.
There's just something so hilarious for me about no context posts like these. Anything could have happened, all we know is that Sanya is dearly missed. We then have another weather post, which starts a funny running joke for a week. As you can see, all days are exactly the same, stuck on the 21st of September. For every day this week, we get a good morning post.
Good morning, TYUMEN. Today is the 21st of September. Hot water has been turned off. What do you think? How long will it take my husband to get used to a child that's not his own? It's not mine either, it simply crawled in from the vent window. Good morning, TYUMEN. Today is the 21st of September. Cold water has been turned off. Caught some young people in the basement, a pretty disheartening sight. They were going around shifty-eyed looking for something. A stash, perhaps? Good morning, TYUMEN. Today is the 21st of September. The water wasn't turned off. Hello, can you tell me where I can find the cheapest building materials in town? I need them. Stuff like bones, cement, etc. Good morning, TYUMEN. Today is the 21st of September. Water's been turned off. I have no words. The flesh from the roof got hungry, swelled up and broke through the ceiling. We fed it and it deflated a bit. We cleared up the debris in the evening, but we don't feel like closing up the hole anymore. It's such a nice neighbor. Good morning, TYUMEN. Today is the 21st of September. The hot water pressure is slightly lowered. Good morning, TYUMEN. Today is the 21st of September. The cold water pressure is slightly lowered. Good morning, TYUMEN. Today is the 23rd of September. We hope you have a nice day.
Whoa, this feels weird.
The citizens of TYUMEN have come up with an unusual way to fix some elevator doors, the 65th building on Permakov Street. The locals have complained of every possible problem concerning these elevator doors, which sometimes wouldn't close while moving or close so hard that nobody could get them open. However, only 2 repairmen have come so far, and both couldn't do a decent job. But a resident from the building, Anatoly, decided to fix the problem himself, in a creative way. The door mechanism has been replaced with an organic analog. In our building live many elderly people, says Anatoly, and 2 disabled people. If the elevator doesn't work, their ascent to their floor becomes a very uncomfortable adventure. I'm no technician, I just used to work with astrophysics and in-depth chemistry. Now the elevator doors of the 65th building work as intended. Although the absence of a ceiling in the cabin lets in cold wet air, and the doors themselves open with an unpleasant screech, to which many residents have gotten used to anyway.
I just love the idea of this Herbert West type of weirdo cooking up some huge monster just to make it open and close the elevator doors. It's really nice of him. So I think I had more or less enough for now. I'll mention maybe a few more cool things. For example, there seems to be a strange theme of giant hands coming out of the sky, like in this post. Or in this one.
Today, TYUMEN will have a restless night.
And I wanted to close this off with a post that I think perfectly encapsulates the whole page.
I hate Mondays.
So, that was Rumors TYUMEN, the Russian horror meme page that turned what I'm assuming is a pretty and remarkable town into something that would make a stalker tremble in their boots. I think it's pretty clear that the horror in all of this comes second, and that the main thing here is just the fun and crazy stuff that people come up with, in a community that role-plays as if all of this was somewhat normal and acceptable. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm cooking up more stuff, so be on the lookout for that. Goodbye, and see you, Space Mutants!